The curious issue here that has been raised by the Supreme Court also, Arunima, is that entire definition of who falls under the category of a public servant. Now, interestingly, while hearing the matter today, the Supreme Court bench has remarked that you look at this definition of public servant under POCSO sections, we are worried that a constable shall be a public servant under the Act, but a member of Legislative Assembly will be excluded. And that really has become the bone of contention that could have, if it is settled in this matter, it could have, implications for all future cases.
Tushar Mehta, who was representing the Central Bureau of Investigation, in fact gave that analogy that if a constable was to commit such a crime, he would be covered as a public servant. If somebody who was an army officer or associated with the army would be covered, but an MLA would not be, because POCSO relies on IPC, CRPC and the Income Tax Act, and it borrows the definition of public servant from these three laws. Section 21 of the IPC is what High Court relied on. It's a very broad-based definition, covers all kinds of people but not MLAs or MPs. The trial court had relied on PC Act, the Prevention of Corruption Act, and borrowed the definition of public servant from there, which the High Court found problematic because, like I said, POCSO does not mention PC Act, and therefore the High Court said that this cannot be used to define who a public servant is. What the CBI impressed upon the Supreme Court is that you can't look at the definition of public servant mechanically. You have to look at it in the broader context of whether this person is in a position of dominance, and nobody other than Kuldeep Sengar fits that definition because A, he was a man who was powerful, living in that neighborhood where the survivor was. He was, because of his MLA status, he was in a position of dominance. The girl was less than 16 years of age, and this is important as well because our criminal laws, when it deals with children, it makes a distinction. Even in Juvenile Justice Act, somebody who's 16 and above and less than 18 is treated differently, but less than 16 is treated differently. Similarly, CBI contended that under POCSO Act also, she was only 15 years and 10 months old, and a grave penetrative sexual assault was committed on her. So you cannot be reading the definition of public servant like the way the Delhi High Court has read. You have to have a victim-centric approach, and the Supreme Court has appreciated that prima facie.
Yes, as far as the trial court conviction was concerned, in that the trial court had made the argument that Kuldeep Sengar fits the definition of a public servant. I'm also joined by Brinda Adige, activists joining us. Some relief coming in as far as the Supreme Court is concerned. They have stayed the order of the Delhi High Court, which means the suspension of sentencing is now stayed, although the matter and its various appeals will continue. Your first thoughts, Brinda Adige?
This just reposes and reiterates the faith and confidence of the citizens in the Supreme Court. But that said, it is important that the court also look at the kind of political influence that this man continues to wield even though he is inside the jail. And the court must also look at the institutional failure, the systemic failure, and the burden of it being put on the survivor to say, now you must present yourself and prove what is this perceived threat. And that is unacceptable. It is unfair. Where do citizens go if not to the court? That is our last resort. And if this systemic failure and institutional lapses are not pulled up or questioned by the court, and we continuously keep talking about a procedural lapse, which is not even looked at as due process, that must be questioned. Why is it that we, the citizens, have to sit in a dharna, in a protest, to ask the court to look at it more seriously?
Okay.
How many such cases can come onto the streets? How many cases can go to the Supreme Court?
Yes.
How
No,
many
that's
women
another
are
matter.
going to be still suffering?
You're absolutely right. There is a lot of media attention on this case, but there could be many other victims, many other survivors who could be dealing with a similar situation, which is why a test case has been made out of this case. An example needs to be set out of this case. I do thank you, Brinda Adige, for joining us. The victim's mother has spoken to CNN News 18. Let's listen in.
पीड़िता की मां हमारे साथ है बातचीत करने के लिए। मैम क्या कहेंगी?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट का हम धन्यवाद करी थे। हमको न्याय का भरोसा है। हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर बहुत धन्यवाद करी। सुप्रीम कोर्ट हमको न्याय मिलेगा, ये भरोसा है। दिल्ली से पूरा परिवार यहाँ फेंका गया था कि वहाँ तुमको सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने, जब हमको भरोसा है तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर भरोसा है, हमको न्याय मिले। सुप्रीम कोर्ट का हम धन्यवाद कर रहे हैं।
ये बताइए कि अब आगे क्या कदम रहेगा? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्टे लगा दिया, अब आगे क्या?
कदम यही रहेगा, सुप्रीम कोर्ट लड़ते रहेगा, उनके हम साथ खड़े रहेंगे। हमको न्याय मिलेगा। सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर धन्यवाद, हम धन्यवाद करते हैं। आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मेरे साथ मेरा दुख दर्द, मेरे बच्चों को सड़क पर ले
उम्र कैद की जो सजा थी उस पर रोक लगा दी है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने।
धन्यवाद सर सुप्रीम कोर्ट को।
और इससे भी ज्यादा सख्त सजा की मांग कर रहे
हाँ,
हैं।
इसके ज्यादा एक सीधा फांसी होना चाहिए। ये दोषियों को, जितने लोग हमारे पति को हत्यारे ने, वो लोग जिंदा रहेंगे जेल के अंदर। और मेरा पति तो ऊपर चला गया, मेरे बच्चे सब अनाथ है। मेरे घर में 5 पानते रही पड़ी, मेरे पति के, मेरे सास के झूठे मुकदमा।
पूरे देश में विरोध हो रहा था जब ये फैसला।
Well, I think we are hopeful now that things will move, and we're very hopeful that justice will be given to the Unnao victim. उस राह में हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।